Right, everybody, welcome back. These are the 5 things to expect ahead of Manchester United away game at Athletic Bilbao. We'll be talking about predicted teams, some huge injury boosts for Manchester United as well, the travelling squad that's been announced as well, and much more. But let's get straight into it. Listen, we know how important game it is. Let's get into the 5 things. Now, number one, changes to the team. Now, AMAD more or less played his strongest team on Sunday against Bournemouth. And listen, there will be limited changes. I think there has to be changes. But that's something that I think AMAD will do in due course. Now, in terms of teams that I would go for, now let me quickly give you the travelling squad. Chido Obi and Sekou Kone have travelled with the Manchester United squad. There are 2 players who are ineligible to play, but the reason they've travelled is because United will be holding a group session on Friday morning, which obviously you would want them to be a part of. So that is a good thing, and also is a good experience. Obviously, Athletic Bilbao is the final for them, which I'll talk about in a moment. But in terms of the travelling squad, you got Onana, Bayinda and Heaton. AMAD, LIGT travelling, which is huge. Dorgu, Johnny Evans, Fredrickson, good experience. And for him, Jaden Kamasan as well. Lindelof, Maguire, Mazraoui, Luke Shaw, Lenny Yoro, Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, Sekou Kone, Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, Manu Ugarte, AMAD, Bentito Mantato, Alejandro Garnacho, Højlund and Chido Obi. As I said, Chido Obi and Sekou Kone eligible. In terms of teams that I would go for, again, AMAD and LIGT travelling is huge. Hopefully they can get some minutes, but they're most likely going to play on Sunday. So that's good for them. In terms of what I'd expect for this game, Onana in goal. Back 5, I think it'd be AMAD left wing back, Dorgu right wing back. I don't think Shaw can play 90 minutes. I think that changed from my preview. Back 3, I think it'd be Mazraoui, Yoro, Maguire. Again, listen, is whether he trusts AMAD or not is the most important thing for me. I think give him an opportunity. Dorgu is going to be tricky coming up against Nico Williams. But again, you hope he can do a good job. Because you could put Mazraoui out there if you want to and then move Delo in, put Dorgu to the left if you don't really trust AMAD, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. In terms of midfield, this is the easier choice for me. Casemiro, Ugarte, you need that defensive ability. Yes, you can have Bruno in there for creativity, but I think away leg, as I said, away from a difficult ground to go to, you want to be secure, you want to have that. I know you have 5 defenders, but you just want to have a bit of that defensive-minded ability in this game. In terms of the other 2 inside 10s, I'm going to go with Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes and Garnacho, which allows you to bring Mason Mount off the bench and Højlund through the middle. Now, please, Højlund, just give me something. We got a goal against Bournemouth, improve on that, get 2. I've seen some people say Mainoo as a false 9. You could do that as well. I think his close control is fantastic and he knows how to operate in the box very, very well. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, that would be my team. I think Garnacho is someone who started more or less every game, especially the big games. So I would expect him to start. I think it was against Lyon. He played in the second leg off the left. It'd be interesting to see where he starts, if he does for United, but that would be my team. The number 2, let's talk about United. So as I said, it's good to have LIGT, AMAD back. Again, you don't want to rush him back as a precaution. Again, I think our main threat does come from Bruno Fernandes and Garnacho. Again, though, if you can bring players off the bench, it would be huge. Whether that's Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, these sorts of players, Ericsson, if you want a bit more control. You can bring some defenders off the bench as well, maybe like a Tyler Fredrickson, or you can bring, like, there are options there for United. You've got young players on the bench probably as well in Mantato and Kamasan, so there are options out there. As I said, we do have a threat in this game. It is mainly through Bruno, but again, we do have threats all around the pitch. If you can get Højlund bopping and getting some goals, it would massively help. But yeah, let's see what happens. Again, it's all about utilising our strengths, and when coming back to Old Trafford, it's obviously about still being in the tie. Now, number 3. Bilbao's threats. Bilbao, the Williams brothers, Inaki and Nico Williams, are 2 very, very good players. 2 different age profiles, but still very, very good players. Their top scorer, Sunset, is actually out of the game, but they've still got good players all around the pitch. Now, if you remember, obviously the final will be played at Bilbao Stadium. Hopefully Manchester United can make it there. There's 2 more games after the first leg, and I'm hoping United can make it to that final and ultimately win it. It'll be Tottenham or Bodo Glimt. But on Bilbao, listen, they're a good side. They like to defend well, get behind the ball. Their last game was actually last Wednesday, the 23rd of April. So they've had quite a bit of time to prepare for this game and a bit more rest than Manchester United. We'll see if that will play a factor. Again, in terms of their threats, as I said, down the wings for them is where they cause the most problems. As I said, they got their Naki Williams brothers. They got some good players in midfield. As I said, they like to defend well. Unai Simon in goal, who's a good shot stopper. They actually are on some very good form in terms of the Liga. I know their last couple of results have been a bit shaky, but they like to stay behind the football, defend well. They don't concede many goals. And I think in terms of for Manchester United, let's just see what we can do in this game. Maybe get a goal or two. Now, in terms of Bilbao, they've only lost 5 games, which is the same as Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. So they're 4th currently in La Liga. So yeah, let's see. But again, they're a good manager. I think Ernesto Valverde is their manager. So yeah, he plays some good football. And yeah, we must be wary. We know what these European teams have. They like to keep the ball. And especially away from home, it's about United being compact and going for it. But yeah, that's that. In terms of number 4, players return. Now, this is huge for me. Now, as I talked about briefly, AMAD and de Ligt have travelled with the Manchester United squad. It's very unlikely that they will get any minutes because they're not quite fit. But it's good to have them there just in case, 10-15 minutes, you need to bring them on. Obviously, it is 2 legs, but depending on how the game's going, you could utilise AMAD last 10-15 minutes. For me, I wouldn't play him. Keep him as a precaution and play him next week, or even play him on Sunday, then get some more minutes into the legs, then start de Ligt and AMAD second leg. But you still want to be in the second leg going to Old Trafford. Now, number 5, the result. In terms of score prediction, listen, as I said, Bilbao are a team who don't score goals often. United as well. I mean, we scored 1 goal against Bournemouth, and that was just because they had 10 men and we were proper going for it. United do create chances. I mean, the XG, if you do love an XG stat, United are dominating most teams for XG in terms of the games that we played. We had more than Forest when we played them, more than City, more than Wolves, more than Bournemouth, but we just can't seem to finish. Now, in terms of Højlund, as I said, he's someone for me who, listen, he's got 5 goals in the Europa League. See if we can build on that, get some more goals, and yeah, build from that. I think in terms of the result, I'm going to go with a draw. I know that sounds boring, but that's what I think the game will be. As I said, it's going to be a tricky game, a difficult atmosphere, and I'm just hoping Manchester United can get the job done in Bilbao, to be honest with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, these have been the 5 things to expect. It's a huge game for Manchester United, a huge opportunity for Ruben Amorim. As I said, the final is going to be in Bilbao. There's some huge boosts there with AMAD and de Ligt travelling, which again, they're 2 key players for Manchester United. Don't expect them to start. But again, man, you just want everyone to have a good game from Onana all the way to Rasmus Højlund and the subs. I think we know it's a big occasion for Ruben Amorim. It's a big game for the Manchester United players and ultimately the fans in terms of watching. I'm just hoping we can put in a good performance. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. It's all about being press resistant and making sure that we just still in the tie when we do go to Old Trafford. I think that's something that's absolutely huge. But thank you for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Let me know your score predictions, your pre-match feelings as well, your predicted team, and ultimately how you think the game will go. Will Manchester United go through? I know this is the first leg, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Peace.